Hey y'all, it's X, and welcome back to another Madden rebuild. So today I'm going to be doing the Chicago Bears, and one thing just to note, Madden got an update, and we can finally start the wild card round. As I'm watching today, the Cowboys they just lost, you know? Life is so great. Oh my god! Christmas came early, bro. I get a good rant tomorrow, probably from Stephen A. Smith. Listen, real quick, I hate this is a Bears video, right? But we have to talk about the Cowboys, bro. I hate to hate on Dak Prescott because, like, I genuinely feel bad for him for how much hate he gets, but bro, he cannot perform in the playoffs, like, ever. He has to go. Mike McCarthy. I mean, here's the thing: the Cowboys don't really have an option but to bring back Dak because, like, who else are you gonna go out and get? No other quarterback is a free agent. You're not gonna draft a quarterback. You'd be stupid to do that. Mike McCarthy's probably the one that has to go, and then you re-sign Dak on like a franchise tag and just say, hey, prove that you're worth an actual contract. I don't know. But hey. Anyways, this is a Bears video. We simmed to the playoffs basically because we can now start here because the Madden got an update. We have all the in-season, the real-life stats. We have everything. So, we don't even have to do like the whole season 0 thing. We can basically just jump in at season 1. So here's the debate with this video, right? Justin Fields, do we keep him? Do we trade him? Again, I'm using realistic draft classes, so we will have the option of drafting a Caleb Williams, who I got in my last rebuild, so maybe not him, but a Drake May, a Jaden Daniels, a Michael Penix Jr., a Bo Nix, a JJ McCarthy, right? The question is, do we think we're in a spot where we should draft a quarterback and we think that will be good after that? I don't know. In terms of running the ball, this is what the team looked like. A lot of injuries, so take everything here with a grain of salt. DJ Moore was great. Probably had the best year of his career here. Same thing with Cole Kmet. Darnell Mooney, we'll see with him. And then defensively, it was a great year for TJ Edwards. And Montez Sweat really put on this year for this team. Gervon Dexter was okay. Jaquan Brisker had a crazy year. Picks, Tremaine Edmonds was really good. Tyreek Stevenson had 4, good for the rookie. Jalen Johnson had 4, 3 for TJ, 2 for Gordon, 1 for Brisker, 1 for Sanborn, blah, 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 blah. Nothing really matters, right? This would usually be season 0, but I get to start earlier now. Or later, sorry. So we're just jumping into the offseason. This is basically offseason 0. So I'm going to import the draft class, and I'm going to see you guys at the offseason. Alright, so we're here at the offseason. In real life, Matt Eberflus is probably coming back, which sucks, because I don't know how I feel about him. I mean, this team doesn't have a lot of talent, so it's really hard to gauge whether he's the issue or not. By the way, Tyreek Stevenson probably got Defensive Rookie of the Year. Yeah, he got Defensive Rookie of the Year, and he got Superstar Development, so he is now a building block of our future. Good to see. But in real life, Matt Eberflus is probably coming back, which isn't a good thing for Justin Fields. I don't know. It really depends on what they do at offensive coordinator. That will really determine whether he can actually develop or not, because I really don't think it's all on him. I think a lot of the things are just the system is bad. Like, we even saw that interview where he said, you know, like, the play calling wasn't good, and then he goes out and throws like 4 touchdowns, 300 yards against the Chiefs. So I don't know. I don't think it's really all on him. We're gonna keep Glenn Powers probably as our offensive coordinator, and I guess we're probably just gonna stay in a 3-4. I'm gonna fire this dude. But yeah, I don't know. It's very interesting. Sammy Rios is who I've been using. Let's mix it up a little bit. Let's get you look like a good 3-4-1. Let's hire Scott Anderson. Stack Bucks linebacker guru. That's definitely what we have. Good linebackers, so take that. But yeah, I think my plans for this team are probably going to be keeping Justin Fields for at least year 1. Year 2, we can talk about drafting a quarterback. Will that be Shadur Sanders? Will that be Quinn Ewers? I don't know. We can talk about it. it really depends on what he does. He has 1 year to prove it. I think I'm just going to tag him this year if he needs to be extended. Oh, he has an option, so that's what we'll do. We'll just pick up his option, and we'll deal with this next year. Darnell Mooney, I don't know if I want to bring back. Wow, Robert Tonyan's a 69 overall. He was so good when Aaron Rodgers was his quarterback. Yeah, other than that, Jalen Johnson, I will give you whatever you want, because I don't want you to leave. Great. Jalen Johnson's back for the remainder of the rebuild. Sounds amazing. Darnell Mooney, if you'll take this, I'll give it to you. Yeah, he don't want to be here. I'll try and get him back in free agency, but in real life, I like Darnell Mooney, but he just, I don't know. I don't know with him. He was exciting for a little bit. Alright, so we have mock draft 1 now. We were projected to take Marvin Harrison Jr. Oh. Interesting. Do they have the wrong draft order? Because why do the Cardinals have pick 2? The Cardinals have pick 4 in real life, and Washington has pick 2. Interesting. I don't know why that's a thing. Either way, this is what the mock drafts are saying. Wow, Jaden Daniels isn't going to go till 12. That's crazy. Joe Alt slipping to 15. That would be crazy. Malik Neighbor slipping to 18. That would be even more insane. Barrett Carter going first round. Okay. A lot of interesting things here in this mock draft, but I don't know what I want to do in this rebuild. Do I want to stick at 1 and draft Marvin Harrison Jr.? Do I want to trade down? Get a haul for the pick? I'm really not sure, but we're going to hop into free agency here. By the way, the reason I didn't go over the team is because, again, I don't know who's going to be here, so we'll just go over the team for the real year 1. And yeah, we'll start from there. So, I'm going to look around free agency for a little bit. Antoine Winfield is here. Michael Pittman is here. Chase Young is here. Some very interesting things could happen. I'm going to look around free agency for a little bit, and I will see you guys when I make some offers. Alright, so after looking through free agency, I'm literally making one offer, and it's for Antoine Winfield. Yes, Chase Young is there, however, I have plans to draft an edge rusher, so let's see if we get Antoine Winfield. He took an offer, and it is not us. He signs with the Texans. Unfortunate. If Chase Young is still here, I will possibly go after him. No, he went to the Patriots. That's scary. Clowney went back to the Texans. Yes, that makes me so happy. Oh, that makes me so happy. Let's go. Duggar went there. Cam Carl's gone. Yeah, I think I'm just going to leave this free agency alone. I might sign another receiver, though. Odell's still there. Rashid Shaheed's here. I could get Mooney back. Anybody have actual interest in being here? Odell left already. Curtis Samuel on like a 1-year deal. I would do this. No, he wants to go to the Jets. What does our team even look like? So you guys were going to get a sneak peek of the team, because I am curious as what the team actually looks like. I didn't actually check. Didn't mean to do that. Let's see. Tyler Scott. I'd like to develop Tyler Scott. Cole Kmet went up to superstar development. I didn't even check dev traits. Darnell Wright star, we know that. I like the offensive line. It's fine. I just need to replace Cody White here, and I think everybody else can probably stay. Maybe Nate Davis needs to go, but he's pretty young. No, he's 27, so he'll probably have to go too. But other than that, the offensive line shouldn't be an issue this rebuild. Khalil Herbert's probably not going to be my running back. I love Roschon Johnson in real life. He's very talented. He's a great receiver. He does a lot with the ball in his hands, but probably also can't be our future running back. Yeah, I'd like to develop Tyler Scott. DJ Moore's X Factor now. Defensively, Tremaine Edmonds is superstar. Montez Sweat superstar. Sanborn star. And we already know you went up to superstar. Okay, so a lot of things happened. That's good. Good to see. I might trade Eddie Jackson, by the way. He's 30 years old. He's not going to get any better. Like, yeah, he's a captain, but if I could get any sort of value for him, I will do it. Like, Deo Ingbo would be cool, but I don't really need him. So, can I trade him to a contending team? You guys just signed Geno Stone. That's annoying. Could I get Daxton Hill? Straight up? I could do it. Alright, I'm going to look around and I'm going to try and make an offer on somebody. I might be able to get more value for Eddie Jackson somewhere else, so I'll let you guys know if I make a deal. Alright, so interesting trade here. I probably could have left Khalil Herbert out of it, but I'm trading Eddie Jackson for Jalen Petrie. The Texans just signed Antoine Winfield, so they're not going to keep him. So we're getting Younger at free safety. We're getting the second round pick from the Texans in this draft, and we're trading our third round pick. So basically just trading up in the draft, and I'm also moving Khalil Herbert. So we're going to go with that. I don't know, maybe I could have tried to develop Khalil Herbert. I don't think it would have worked. The way Madden works is if your running back is in a 90 overall, it's not going to actually, they're not going to play well. So, yeah. Alright, so we're basically here at the draft. I'm going to take a look at the final mock draft, which was basically just mock draft 3 since we started so late. But I am curious as to where everything is looking. Oh, so Dallas Turner might go high, and Jared Verse. Interesting. Because I do kind of want an edge rusher. And I don't really want to have to trade up. I mean, Malik Neighbors at 10 is pretty nice. But that would mean that I would have to go trade down. Trade down to 6. Trade down to 6? Trade down to 4? Trade down all the way to 7? I don't think the Giants would take Dallas Turner number 1 overall. That would be wild. I think if they were in the spot, they would take a quarterback. But that would allow me to get either Dallas Turner or Jared Verse, which is basically what I want. Worst case scenario, I stick and pick and get Jerzon Newton, and I'm completely fine with that since he's a monster. And I do want to get him in one of these rebuilds, but I don't know about doing that just yet. Wow, Barrett Carter's really going number 18 in this. That's wild. Yeah, like Chop Robinson's cool. I wouldn't take him as high as we have our picks. I could trade down and get him, but I don't think I want to trade down that far. So yeah, I'm going to look to make a trade down on draft night, and we're going to go from there. So let's start the draft. Alright, so let's take a look at some of these offers that we have for the first pick. Pick 20, already out of the question. Pick 11, out of the question. 18, out of the question. Here we go. Pick 4. A first-round pick next year, a third-round pick this year, a sixth-round pick next year, and a seventh-round pick this year. That's a good haul. Pick 13 out of the question. Pick 3, a first-round pick next year, a third-round pick next year. Okay. Panthers would give us a first-round pick next year. No, they're not even giving me a first this year. Pick 8, I would consider, but I want to get ahead of the Giants. But that's a lot of firsts. That's 3 first-round picks. That's a lot of first-round picks. Pick 9, you guys just don't even have as good of an offer. Eagles are giving me a lot of picks. 3 firsts and 3 seconds is absurd. I like this Washington deal. 2 firsts, a third round pick this year to recoup the one that we just traded away. I don't hate this. And I'm still in position to take whatever edge rusher I want. This does mean that I might not be able to get Marvin Harrison Jr., which does scare me a little bit because I would want him. Do I stick and pick, or do I try and trade up? I think I'd rather trade down and just take the risk. Let's just get, even if we don't get the best player in the draft, let's get a good player. Let's hope he doesn't go at 2. Pick 1. Caleb Williams goes to Washington. They make the trade, take their player. Number 2 is Liatu Latu. Please tell me he doesn't go at 3. Patriots, don't sell me. Take Drake May. Oh my god, I hate you guys. Bro, why would the Patriots ever do that? Are you kidding me? Who do I even take at pick 4? What would I want at pick 4? I don't want Drake May. I don't need a tackle. I don't need Brock Bowers. I'm not going to reach and take an edge rusher here. I would just trade down and get them. I'm just going to trade down again. That's so annoying. The Patriots should just take Drake May. That's who they were projected to take. They need a quarterback. Oh, you're joking. Texans, Minnesota, Patriots, Carolina, Falcons. Alright. So I'm going to have to manually... I'm going to try and make a trade down with the Giants at pick 7. I'm most likely not going to take Malik Neighbors, by the way, just because I got him in the Patriots rebuild. I'll probably go with like Roma Dunze or something, who they're projected to get in real life, but I'm going to try and make a manual trade down with the Giants, and I'll see you guys when I do. Alright, so an extremely confusing deal is being made here. I'm trading Nate Davis to get his contract off the books. I'm getting Evan Neal back. More importantly, we're trading down from 4 to 7 with the Giants. We're getting a second-round pick from them next year. And we're also swapping thirds this year and giving them a third next year. So it's like we're trading down in the third round by 3 picks this year to allegedly trade up by 3 picks, not 3 picks, a whole round next year. And we're swapping first round picks by trading down now. And then we're just trading Evan Neal and Nate Davis. Very confusing. I'm going to try Evan Neal at guard, see if he can develop a little bit, but yeah. Very confusing. Let's hope that every player I want isn't off the board by pick 7. So Dallas Turner just goes at 4. That's fine. I was prepared for that. It's him or Jared Verse. If Jared Verse goes, I'll be upset. And at that point, I don't even know who I take. Probably, I don't even know. Armarius Mims goes. Titans take Olu Fashanu. This makes my pick a lot easier, meaning that I am going to take Jared Verse with my first pick here. Welcome to the team, Jared. In real life, a lot of people were getting on him because they said he had a quote-unquote down year. He didn't. He put up like the same production as last year, and he actually just looked like a more well-rounded player. So I commend him for that. Drake May goes at 9 to the Falcons, bro. Imagine he falls that far in real life. I mean, I'm not even the highest on him, but that would be crazy. I am going to take Roma Dunze here, like I said. Let's get Justin Fields another weapon. Crazy deep threat. Great size, great speed. He's insane. Roma Dunze is crazy. Crazy. Alright, so in round 2, there's some interesting prospects. Troy Franklin's here. Xavier Legette, Cam Kinchins, Kingsley Sewell-Matea. A couple edge rushers like Jonah Ellis. Some linebackers. Realistically, I don't know what we need. We could use a running back. I haven't drafted... Trevion Henderson's got to come out of this class now because he's actually going back to school. Maybe I take like Donovan Edwards. Damn, they already took my running back. Trey Benson. I would have taken him if he was here. Yeah, like Trevion Henderson's going back to school, so I'm not going to take him. I don't know how I feel about going Donovan Edwards here. But when I think about like defensively, what do we need? Defensive tackle we could definitely take. Byron Murphy's here. I go like Leonard Taylor, Brian Murphy, but I don't need to take them now. I could wait on them. They're not going to go till round 3 or 4. I could wait on both of these guys. I don't really need outside linebacker. Cornerback's pretty much solved. We got our safeties for probably the rest of the rebuild. So maybe I can just go running back here. Let's do it. I'm going to take Donovan Edwards out of Michigan. He's a really cool player. I like him a lot. Hidden dev. Nice. But Blake Corum's not? Interesting. Interesting. Round 3, I am going to take one of those defensive tackles, so preferably Byron Murphy. Let's see. A lot of corners are still on the board. Nice, they're both still here. I am going to take Byron Murphy, though. He's a very good player. I got the last Texas D lineman in the Patriots rebuild. I got Tavondre Sweat, so let's get Byron Murphy for this one. And then round 4, if I can get Leonard Taylor, that'd be great. I doubt he'll be there, so I'm prepared for that. I'd also take an interior lineman, because I definitely would like to replace Cody Whitehair. Jalen Polk is still here. Yeah, there's some good interior linemen here. Any tackles left? Javon Foster, Zion Nelson, Blake Fisher. Let's see who's here for defensive tackles. Dante Corleone. We got him in the Giants rebuild, I think. I don't know who to take here. Any like leftover corners? Quinyon Mitchell's still here. Denzel Burke is still here. Kalen Carson's here. Any running backs? I think we're good. Oh, he already took one. I guess we don't need one. Tez Walker and Jalen Polk are still here. That's interesting. I did kind of want to develop Tyler Scott, so maybe I'll leave that alone, but it's an idea. Drake Nugent's good. Christian Mahogany is not bad. Maybe I go with him. Sure, let's say Christian Mahogany. He'll probably play center for us. Alright, that'll be my last pick of the draft, so I'll see you guys going over the prospects. Alright, so Jared Verse is a 76 overall. That's great. Rome Odunze is a 78. It's amazing. Donovan Edwards is a 76. That's really high. I was surprised at that. 71 for Byron Murphy, 71 for Christian Mahogany. You also got Malik Mustafa as a 70 and a 71 for Jaden Hicks. And then Steel Chambers is 65. So, pretty cool. I like our draft overall. Kind of upset we didn't get Marvin Harrison Jr. since he would be definitely a good title for this video is getting Marvin Harrison Jr. But getting a haul for the first pick is definitely a good thing as well. So I'm going to set up the team and do training camp, and I'll come back and see you guys when I'm done. Alright, so no development trade upgrades in training camp, but this is what the team's going to look like. Justin Fields is our quarterback, Donovan Edwards and Roshan will be our running backs, DJ Moore, Rome Odunze, Tyler Scott at receiver, Broderick, what's his name? Braxton Jones at left tackle, Evan Neal at left guard, Cody Whitehair at center, Tevin Jenkins at right guard, right tackle is Darnell Wright, Cole Kmet's our tight end. And then defensively, will look like this. Jared Verse and Montez Sweat will come off the edge with Gavon Dexter and Byron Murphy starting at defensive tackle. I'm actually just going to make Byron Murphy the D-tackle one. Kyler Gordon, Jalen Johnson, Tyreek Stevenson, those are corners for probably the rest of the rebuild. Jalen Petrie and Jaquan Brisker will probably hold it down at safety. And then our linebackers will look something like this. Maybe TJ Edwards gets replaced, but other than that, like, we have building blocks. This team has a bright future. So, I'm going to sit into the midseason mark, and I'll see you guys there. Alright, so at the midseason mark, we're 3-3, which isn't that bad. Second in the division, it's still very competitive, so anything could really happen still. But let's take a look at the stats and see how the team overall is doing. So, Justin Fields is not great. 1,300 yards, 8 touchdowns, 2 picks. Not great. Rushing, Donovan Edwards has a lot of touchdowns, but 3.3 per carry, 300 yards on the ground. DJ Moore and Rome Odunze both look very good. Cole Kmet has 4 touchdowns. Sacks, wow, Darnell Wright and Braxton Jones giving up 8 and 7 in the first half of the year. TJ Edwards has 50 tackles. TFLs look like this. Sacks, not great. Might have to switch this defense. A couple of interceptions, though. Offensively, we're 29th. Defensively, we're actually 6th, so I'm probably going to keep the defense the same. The offense needs to change, though, so I'm going to change the playbook. I think I had it as Cowboys or something. I don't even know. I think I had it as Dallas playbook. But I'm going to change that, and then we'll go to the playoffs. So, Dev trait reveals, by the way. Rome Odunze is star. Donovan Edwards is star. Jared Verse is also a star. I expected that, so I'm not surprised. What was I running? I was running McCarthy. Let's try Kansas City, see how that goes. Cole Kmet's probably going to go off, but yeah, we'll see how this goes. I'm going to see you guys at the playoffs. Alright, so we finished the year 5-12. Not great. Ended up only winning 2 more games the entire rest of the year. So, let's see. Justin Fields, though, probably had his best season as a pro. 3,600 yards, 26 passing touchdowns, 10 interceptions. to go along with 400 on the ground, I can't be mad at those numbers. I can't be mad at those numbers. We'll see how much he wants. Donovan Edwards, not a great year. 800 yards, 13 touchdowns is great. These yards per carry need to go up. Yeah, we'll see with him. Receiving, no 1,000-yard receivers. DJ Moore, 900. 8 and 8 for Roma Dunze. 710 for Cole Kmet. 700 for Tyler Scott's pretty crazy. Donovan Edwards had a good receiving season. Braxton Jones and Darnell Wright left so many sacks. Oh boy. Defensively, not really any type of pressure. Jared Verse is okay. Montez Sweat was okay. Interceptions though, 5 for TJ Edwards, 2 for Edmonds, 1 for Gordon, 1 for Brisker, 1 for Petrie. Offensively, we dropped to 30th, and then defensively, we dropped to 31st. Wow. That's funny. So everything's going to have to change next year. I think I'm going to keep this Kansas City playbook, though. I think that went well. So, we'll take a look at the yearly awards, just to be safe, but I doubt we got anything. I highly doubt it. Nobody up there for MVP. NFC Offensive Player of the Year. No Bears. Defensive Player of the Year. TJ Edwards is at 2. Offensive Rookie. Donovan Edwards is at 2. Dunze at 4. Defensive Rookie. Jared Verse at 4. Byron Murphy at 8. Best QB. Fields is at 7. Running back. Edwards at 8. Wide receiver. Nothing. O-line, Tevin Jenkins at 10. Best D-line, nothing. Best linebacker, TJ Edwards at 5. Best DB, nothing. So yeah, we were a very bad team this year. Hopefully we have a good pick. I don't even know who I want to get. We could really use any of the top prospects in this draft, but I'm going to see you guys at the offseason. Alright, so let's see if we got any dev trade upgrades just based off of these upgrade players. Doesn't look like it. We can go and manually check though. Let's see what the roster looks like. Hopefully we got something. Chiefs and Eagles had a rematch and the Chiefs won again. In real life, I highly doubt that happens, but it's possible the Chiefs won their game. Cole Kmet's now a superstar X Factor. That's great. He's going to want a lot of money, but we're going to have him for probably the rest of the rebuild, hopefully. How did Velus Jones get star development? How does that even happen? Tyler Scott's the one that played. What did you do? I don't even know. Defensively, Jaquan Brisker's superstar. Nothing else of interest happened. Also, Byron Murphy was star. Yeah. I mean, the team doesn't look horrible. I think we just need people to develop. But this negative morale does not look good. So yeah, let's go to re-sign players, see who's here. And I hope that we can get everybody back. I don't know who... Oh, it's Justin Fields, isn't it? Or is that next year? Because I think this is the 4th year of his contract, and then this year would be the 5th. I don't think we have to actually re-sign Fields yet. Yeah, Fields is next year. I am going to pick up the option on Evan Neal. Tevin Jenkins I do want to bring back. I can give you a 3-year deal. That's not bad. Jack Sanborn I'd definitely like to bring back. He's probably cheap too. Just take this for 5 years. You can just be a good depth player until you're 30 years old. Jalen Jones. Cody Whitehair's just going to walk. Kari Blasingame. I don't know. You can just walk. Alright, so nothing serious this year, which is good. Taking a look at the mock drafts. We have projected pick 4, which means I'm out on these 2 guys, but I could still get... Oh, and we have pick 10. We have pick 10 from Washington. That's great. So I could still get Will Johnson. I could still get Luther Burden. I got him in the last one, so I'm probably not going to. Abdul Carter I could still go after. Could go after a quarterback. Quinn Ewers is there. Cedric Sanders is there. there's an interesting debate to be made for that. I could use both of those picks to trade up and get a Harold Perkins to get a Travis Hunter. I don't know. We will see. Kelvin Banks might not be a bad idea. Ruben Bain, but we kind of have our edge rushers. I don't know. I'll figure it out. Maybe I trade a pick, try and get a better player right now. Let's go to free agency. I kind of want to be big spenders. Like, I feel like we're right there in terms of young talent. We just need some like good established players that could really help us over the top. So I'm probably gonna make a few offers and maybe not spend too much money, but we'll see. All right, so I decided to make on a couple offers. Joel Bitonio for a 1-year deal, just so I don't lock myself into anybody, but we do need a center. So I'll either put him or Tevin Jenkins, etc. Probably Bitonio. Then I went after Javonte Williams, just gave him a 1-year prove-it deal to see if he could maybe start for us. He's a higher overall than Donovan Edwards, so we might not just have time to develop. They could split carries, so we'll see with that. Aleem McNeil, who could be the future for us at defensive tackle, alongside Byron Murphy. He could be like the run stopper, and Byron Murphy could definitely rush the passer. And then Zadarius Smith, just for some depth. He's superstar X factor. We had a terrible pass rush last year. He could be in that rotation and put up a lot of numbers. So let's see who we get. So Javonte's still deciding, Zadarius Smith is still deciding, but we get Joel Bitonio, which is the big one, and we lose out on Aleem McNeil. That was also a big one. Kind of upsetting about that one. I don't really want to raise my offers on either of these two. If we don't get Javonte, it's not the worst in the world. But we got him. Nice. So Javonte's here on a 1-year deal, Zadarius Smith is here. Not the worst free agency, not the best. I would have really liked Aleem McNeil. That would have like perfected it, but can't win them all. So let's just see what the team looks like before the draft. I'm trying to think if there's anybody I want to move off of or try and get. Like, I could definitely use a third receiver. We signed Justin Ross, which is kind of funny. So yeah, Joel Bitonio is gonna play there. I don't think Evan Neal plays center. I think I probably pushed Tevin Jenkins. He's 6'6". Maybe I keep him at guard. Plus, I actually think he was really good last year at guard for us. How tall is Bitonio? 6'4". Yeah, so we'll move him to center. And I think he's played center before, so that's fine. I'm not going to move a tackle to center where Tevin Jenkins, because Tevin Jenkins was originally a tackle. So yeah, the offensive line will be set up like this. We'll probably look at this for running backs. Maybe a third receiver would be nice. Defensively, yeah, that looks good. Zadarius just slides in there. We're pretty good at cornerback, pretty good at linebacker, great at safety. Yeah. Maybe like Walter Nolan would be a good draft pick if I could get him, but I don't know. Let's go to the draft. I'll decide from there if I want to keep both of these picks or if I want to trade one. Number 1 overall goes Luther Burden. Number 2 is Travis Hunter. Number 3. Oh, come on. Why? You didn't even want him. I can't even be mad. I'm going to take Walter Nolan here. It's a smarter pick. I need a defensive tackle more. But really? Like, you couldn't have just not done that? If Will Johnson goes, I'm trading the pick. I'll be so pissed. Will Campbell goes. I don't know what's wrong with his picture. Ruben Bain to the Patriots. Colston Loveland to the Seahawks. Michael Williams to the Giants. And at pick 10, I am going to take Will Johnson, who's probably the best cornerback, like pure cornerback in next year's class. Travis Hunter just gets the edge of being the better overall player because he has receiver upside. He's actually probably a better receiver, but I digress. I'll see you guys in the second round. Alright, chat. Hear me out. What if I draft Jackson Dart just in case we don't want to re-sign Justin Fields? Is that stupid? Or Riley Leonard? Is that like insanely stupid if I do that? Like, what if I drafted Riley Leonard? Would y'all be mad if I drafted a quarterback in the second round? But, like, what other needs do we have? Like, receiver, I guess I could draft a third receiver. Probably not going to be Evan Stewart because I've gotten him already. Like, I would go him again, though. But I would want to give him, like, his own team, if that makes sense. Isaiah Bond. Yeah, I don't know any other receivers in this class. Like, all the other ones that I know went. Let's go Evan Stewart. Let's get a third receiver for this team. Tyler Scott's cool and all, but Evan Stewart's going to be the third receiver. Oh, wow. I have 3 second-round picks. I didn't even know that. So I can afford to spend one on a quarterback, by the way. Let's take Riley Leonard. Hidden Dev, 89 throw power, 84 speed. He's going to be the backup to Justin Fields. But if Justin Fields is not playing up to par next year and we're still bad, I might not want to pay him. And I might just want to have Riley Leonard just lined up and ready to go. It's a real possibility. And with this pick, just because of value, I am going to take Nick Singleton. He's very good in real life, so... I mean, we don't have many, like, pressing needs. We've addressed, like, the needs that this team had. So I can kind of just make luxury picks now. Like, we're not a great team. We need these guys to develop, but we're not bad. So with this last pick, I don't even know why I simmed here. I'm not going to know any of these players. I will take... who's the first player I know here? Not DJ Uyunglele. I don't really want to take another running back. Let's take Isaiah Bond. Why not? He just transferred to where in real life? Texas? Yeah. Alright, so that's going to be my last pick of the draft. We'll go over the prospects. Alright, so Walter Nolan's a 77, Will Johnson's a 79, Evan Stewart's a 74, Riley Leonard's a 74, Nick Singleton's a 74, Isaiah Bond's a 68, Josh Kreutz is a 68, Thomas Fadone's a 68. I didn't make like half of these picks. A little bit disappointed in Nick Singleton's overall, to be honest. I thought it'd be like a 76, 77, but I don't know. This Javonte Williams thing is only for 1 year, so if that doesn't work out, we'll have Singleton and Donovan Edwards for the future. We'll go from there. Alright, so looking at the team, it definitely is going to look very interesting for this year. You get a backup quarterback in there now. Evan Stewart's going to be our third receiver. Kreutz is hidden dev. That's great. That means he'll just slide in and replace Batonio after his contract's up this year, basically. Defensively, Walter Nolan's going to be the D-tackle one. It's going to be him and Byron Murphy. Will Johnson's going to be the CB2. And Tyreek Stevenson will be the 3. I'm probably going to look to trade Kyler Gordon. Maybe for a linebacker? Like, I don't even know what I want. Like, another edge rusher? Maybe we really got to change the scheme. That's really what the issue is. Because, like, these two should perform. So, the defense is set up how I want it. I don't know. I'll trade Kyler Gordon for something. I don't know what, though. Like, a better tackle? A better running back? Maybe we'll hold on to him. But, yeah. I'm going to do training camp. And, yeah, after that, I'll just see you guys at the mid-season mark since we went over the team already. So, yeah, I'll do training camp. Let you guys know if I get any dev traits. Alright, so we're here at the midseason mark and we're 4-2. This is a good start to the year. We made a lot of upgrades to the team, so I'm happy that we're actually performing. Let's take a look at what the season stats are. Justin Fields isn't playing half bad. 1,400 yards, 10 TDs, 4 interceptions. Rushing, Donovan Edwards is definitely improving. Although Javonte Williams has taken 4 of those touchdowns as the power back. Receiving, DJ Moore looks good. Cole Kmet looks good. Rome Odunze looks good. Evan Stewart's putting in work. Blocking. definitely better than last year. Defensively, a lot of TFLs. Not seeing a lot of sacks though. Jared versus 2.5. TJ Edwards 1. Only 2 picks. The offense were 23rd. And then defensively, we're 2nd. See, this happened last year though, and we were like 6th in defense, but dropped to 29th. So we're not allowing a lot of yards. We're also at top of the division. I think I'm still going to change the playbooks. The offense is like very bad. I mean, what scheme are we even in? I'm going to change from this playbook though. I am going to go to what I usually play, which is just where is he? Hello? Where's the play? Oh, there we go. I am just going to use Buffalo playbook 4 3/4, and I'm going to go from there. And then offensively, I'm going to go to the Eagles playbook. I've tried it in the past, it hasn't worked, but maybe with Justin Fields it'll be a lot better. So let's go with that. And then I'll just see you guys at the playoffs. Alright, so we ended up making the playoffs at 11-6. That's pretty solid. I'm not actually very mad with that. Let's take a look at the overall season stats. Justin Fields, 3,600 yards, 24 touchdowns, 12 picks. Still not great. Still not great. On the ground, Donovan Edwards is a lot better. 1,100 yards, 9 touchdowns. Justin Fields has a good year on the ground, though. 507 and 100 yards, 7 touchdowns from Javonte Williams as the power back. Still no 1,000-yard receivers. Roma Dunze, 906, 806 from DJ Moore, 705 from Cole Kmet, 703 from Evan Stewart, and 303 from Donovan Edwards. So it just looked like the ball got spread around a lot. Braxton Jones led up the most sacks with 7. Darnell Wright was great this year. This is good to see. I'm happy with this. Defensively, we look pretty good. Tackles for loss, Byron Murphy had 17 sacks. 10.5 for Walter Nolan. That's a great year. 6.5 for Jared Verse. 5 for Montez Sweat. 4 for Byron Murphy. 4 picks for the rookie Will Johnson. That could be Defensive Rookie of the Year. 3 for Tremaine Edmonds. 3 for Jalen Johnson. 2 for TJ. 1 for Jaquan Brisker. Offensively, we ended up jumping up to 15th. That's pretty solid, actually. I'm not mad at that. And then defensively, we stayed at 2nd. So the defense is playing well. The offense just needs to improve. MVP goes to Lamar Jackson. Jalen Hurts is up there at 4. I am curious. I do want to see what Jalen Hurts' stats were, because he just puts up crazy numbers in that playbook, but I never can. 3,800 yards, 26 touchdowns, 6 picks, and on the ground, 11 touchdowns. Yeah, makes sense. And then what about Lamar? Because if he's playing any better, because he just won MVP. 3,400 yards, 40 passing touchdowns, 1 interception, and then 1,009 on the ground. We might be in Ravens playbook next year, boys. I mean, it is Lamar Jackson, but we might be in Ravens playbook next year. That's a wild year. MVP we said went to Lamar Jackson. NFC Offensive Player of the Year, CeeDee Lamb. No Bears in the top 10. Defensive Player of the Year, Tremaine Edmonds at 9. Offensive Rookie of the Year went to Quinn Ewers. Evan Stewart was at 5. But let's see, Will Johnson? Walter Nolan. All right. Walter Nolan, Defensive Rookie of the Year, and Will Johnson at 3. Best QB, Justin Fields at 7. Best running back, Donovan Edwards at 6. That's great to see. Best wide receiver, nothing. Best O-line, nothing. Best D-line, Walter Nolan at 8. Best linebacker, nothing. Best DB, Will Johnson at 5. Nice. So we're still in the playoffs, right? Which may lead to me re-signing Justin Fields. Listen, I know we signed Riley Leonard, or I know we drafted Riley Leonard. Again, that was really just an insurance policy if we had another losing season, or if Justin Fields was just like horrendous, but he didn't look horrible last year. So, I don't know. We'll see. Let's win this divisional round, or let's go to the divisional round here. Let's beat the Seahawks. We're a better team than them, so we should beat them. Come on. and we lose 27-21. So we're out in the wild card round. We have a very interesting move to make in the offseason. Do we want to re-sign Justin Fields? I'm going to think about it, but I'll see you guys in the offseason. Alright, so we're here at the offseason. In terms of upgrades, let's see who's here. Walter Nolan. X Factor? Still superstar, even after Defensive Rookie of the Year. Interesting. We'll just keep going Power Rusher for him. Because why not? Definitely want to make sure we have a good pass rusher in the interior for the future, because we're not really getting it off the edge, so. Roshan. Nobody else, but maybe we'll see somebody in the actual lineup. Because sometimes they don't get an upgrade point, but. Let's take a quick look. And. Nothing from what I can see. Donovan Edwards is developing really well. Justin Fields is playing up to an 85. Evan Stewart's still star. Cole Kmet's developing really nicely. The offensive line looks good. Defensively, did we get anything? Will Johnson, we already knew was superstar. Walter Nolan, superstar. Monto Sweat's still superstar. Yeah, nothing really changed. This might be the year that I choose to move off of TJ Edwards. He's 30 years old now. Might try and get younger there. He's still playing well, though, so maybe not. We'll see. I also have Kyler Gordon kind of just sitting here as their fourth cornerback. He could get moved just so we could get some value back for him if we don't have to re-sign him. But, yeah, team looks good. Let's go to re-sign our players. Alright, so let's negotiate. Let's see who's here. It's going to be Justin Fields. DJ Moore's here. Jaquan Brisker, Fields. Javonte's going to walk, obviously. Jalen Petrie, Darnell Wright, Braxton Jones, TJ Edwards, Kyler Gordon, Zadarius Smith, Joel Bitonio. It's a lot of names. We have a lot of money, though. That's the good thing. Justin Fields, I'm probably just going to franchise tag you. I don't think I really want to give you $40 million a year for what you've been doing. I'm probably just going to hand him the franchise tag and call it there. We'll give him one more year, see what he can do. If he can improve. But yeah. Let's definitely get a... Yeah, let's definitely get DJ Moore back. He's the best receiver on this team, 92 overall. Still not 30 years old just yet. He's not really regressing. I'll give you this, and I'll be happy with it. Great. 4-year deal for DJ Moore. He'll be here for the rest of the rebuild. Jaquan Brisker, same deal. I would honestly give you a low-risk offer for 3. Great. Jaquan Brisker's back for 3 years. You already talked about Justin Fields. Jalen Petrie, I'd like to be the safety for the rest of the video and give you a 3-year deal. He's going to free agency. I'll probably try and re-sign him. Darnell Wright, accepting his option. Braxton Jones, I definitely want you back. That's not that expensive. 3-year deal. Great. He's back. TJ Edwards, I'd like to bring him back, but that's a lot of money. Kyler Gordon, he's not expensive. If I could bring you back on this, alright, he doesn't want to come back. Zadarius Smith can walk. Joel Bitonio, it's not regressing. I can give you another 1-year deal. Great. Bitonio's back for another year. Anything else that's important? No. Javonte's going to walk. Petrie's going to probably get signed back in free agency. TJ Edwards, he just doesn't want to be here, which is the problem. Like, I guess I can give you this. He's going to go to free agency. That's fine. So this does change things. I could offer Justin Fields just an extremely large 1-year deal. See if he'll take this. Great. So you're just going to get franchise tagged. 66. Oh my gosh, that's horrible. Yeah. Let's go to free agency. I hope I have money to actually re-sign people now. I didn't think it would be a $66 million franchise tag. But that's fine. Joe Tooney's the best available, and we cannot afford him. Alright. So I'm going to look around and see if there is anybody that we can afford, and I will let you guys know who I go after. Alright, so after restructuring the contracts on a few people, I am going after Quincy Williams to replace TJ Edwards. TJ Edwards just doesn't want to be back and he wants more money. So Quincy Williams is the same overall, same age, and yeah, we'll just go with that. Jalen Petrie, I ended up going after. He had no offers, so I just gave him what I could. Kyrie Elam is just a depth cornerback, and same thing with Travis Jones, just a depth defensive tackle. So, let's see which of these guys that we get. Okay, so Petrie's still waiting. Elam's still waiting. And we got Quincy Williams. Travis Jones I knew I wasn't going to get, so that's fine. I think I'm going to sim another day. I'm still ahead on Petrie, so let's hope we got him. Nice. So we got Petrie back, and we got Elam. So those are basically the guys that I wanted. We don't have a lot of money. I had to restructure a lot of contracts to get whatever, like 20 million that I got, so we'll go with that. And we haven't really looked at the draft much, so I don't even know what pick we're going to have. We're going to be somewhere in like the 20s, I think. But yeah, we don't really have a lot of positions of need, so we're really just going to have to draft ahead and see like best player available. That's really what we're going to do. Maybe a linebacker, because those are kind of getting older. But other than that, I'm not really sure. So I'll see you guys at the draft. Alright, so we're here at the NFL draft, and there really was only one player that was like crazy looking who I wanted, but he's going to go first overall. It's this defensive tackle. So I'm probably going to miss out on him. I'm not trading up to one. It's not worth it in my opinion. So they do go with him. It's George Clement out of Clemson. I'm not going to trade up. I'm just going to go to our pick. There's actually a chance I trade back because the player that I want is a cornerback. First let's see who's available. But the player that I want is a cornerback. I also think I thought about taking the center. We drafted one last year who's star development, so I don't really need him. Adonis Irving is still here. He looked eh. It really depends on what that zone coverage is. Dom Richards look okay, but just looking at my favorites here, this is the only round one talent. This guard looked pretty good, but again, don't really need him. A couple of day 3 players, but this corner, Ezekiel Hines, is the guy that I want. So, we're probably going to look to try and get him. He's a man-to-man corner with B zone, A press, B catching. And he's a pretty good athlete as well. So, I might try and just trade back with this pick and get him later. So, I'll let you guys know what I do. Alright, so I'm going to take this offer with the Jaguars to move back 3 spots. I'm getting a 3rd round pick next year, which is like the most important thing. It's not a great draft class, so I'm just going to try and get picks for next year. I'm probably also going to trade this pick back as well to try and get a 2nd rounder. Okay, and to be honest, I'm going to take my risk. I don't need corner that badly. So I'm just going to try and take this deal right here with the Rams. I'm getting their 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th round picks next year. So I'm getting a haul for this pick. So we're going to go with that. I'm going to go to the 2nd round, and if that corner's still there, I'll take him. If not, I'm not going to cry about it. So Antonio Hooker just went. That's a good sign, because that would mean that my corner might still be here. And he's not. So it's just the 2D tackles. So we'll just take Jalen Thomas. Actually, no. I'm going to trade this pick back as well. I'm not going to reach. Alright, for the sake of not putting all of our eggs in one basket, because the Rams did offer me this package, which looks really good, to be honest, I'm going to take this Patriots deal. They're just giving me a 2nd round pick next year and a 5th, so I'll take this. And the defensive tackle I want goes 1 pick before me. That's so annoying. The Patriots took him too. Like, how rude, bro. I give y'all a pick, and y'all are just like, no. So, if the other D tackle's here, I will just take him. Yeah, Isaiah Barnett's here at day 3. Yeah, I'll just take him. Why not? Nothing crazy. So we didn't really make any moves in this draft, and I'm fine with that. We got a lot of draft capital for next year, though, which is going to be really important for the future. So we'll go from there, and I'll see you guys when we go over the team. Alright, so looking at the team for this year, it looks pretty solid. I mean, it's the same team as last year, basically. Donovan Edwards is going to be like the running back 1 of the future now. He's an 86 overall. He's getting close to that 90 where your running backs actually start to perform. So happy with that. Nick Singleton will just be behind him, and Roshan as well. Riley Leonard could get traded if Justin Fields plays well, but that's what it rides on. Do we end up going with Fields? Do we end up going with Leonard? We'll see. Rome Odunze, we're going to hope that he can go off this year. I'm just waiting for that breakout year from him. Defensively, did I not get Quincy Williams? Okay. I didn't upgrade the team. I was just like, wait, what? Did I not get Quincy Williams? It was kind of scary for a second. But yes, this is what the team's going to look like. Yeah, I mean, it looks good. The defense didn't really change much. I'm going to start this linebacker that I see, I guess, as our second linebacker, Chuck Rainey. The CPU must have drafted him. We didn't go over the draft because we didn't really make any picks. The one guy that I drafted was like a 63, so yeah. He's a 63 overall. It wasn't great. He had high finesse moves. Yeah, he'll be our linebacker too since he's hidden. But yeah, other than that, I'm going to see you guys in the midseason. Alright, so at the midseason mark, we are 3-4, which is not good compared to where we were last year. So, let's take a look at the stats, try and figure out what's going on. Justin Fields is not having a great year. 1,100 yards, 5 touchdowns, 1 pick. And he's not really running the ball that well either. So, maybe it's time for a change at quarterback. Donovan Edwards is having a great year, though. 500 yards, 4 touchdowns, 4.4 per carry. Receiving, it looks like this. Not great. Blocking, it's been fine. Defensively, still not a lot of pressure. I mean, Jared Verse with 4 sacks is pretty solid. Interceptions, still only 2. Offensively, we're 24th. And then defensively, we're 16th. Yeah, so I don't know what to do for offense anymore. I think the Eagles playbook was the move. I shouldn't have changed out of that. I do think Eagles playbook was the move because we definitely improved on offense after doing it. So I thought, hey, Lamar Jackson just won MVP. Let's try that. So let's go with West Coast spread again. And then I think we're going to go back to... Oh, this is power run. Oh, perfect. So we'll do that. So yeah, we're going to switch it back to Nick Sirianni's playbook, Philadelphia. See if Justin Fields can have a bounce back to the second half of this year. If not, Riley Leonard might be the starter next year. So let's go to the playoffs and let's hope that we make it. We have the greatest bounce back year, only losing 1 more game for the rest of the year. Let's see how this even happened. That's crazy. Justin Fields only threw 17 touchdowns, only 3 interceptions. So, I mean, I guess that's fine, though. He had 12 touchdowns in the second half of the year and 1 interception. It's not horrible. Donovan Edwards had a great year. 1,300 yards, 12 touchdowns. That's our running back of the future. Justin Fields had 705 on the ground. Singleton had 5 touchdowns. So his total stats ended up being about 4,000 total yards. About 4,000 total yards, 23 touchdowns, 4 turnovers. 22 touchdowns? I don't know. DJ Moore looks solid. Rome Odunze solid. Cole Kmet solid. Evan Stewart solid. Offensive line has been holding up pretty well. Defensively, 16 TFLs for Walter Nolan. Sacks, Walter Nolan also led. Jared Verse had 9. 7 for Sweat. Picks, 5 for Jalen Johnson. 1 for Will Johnson. Oh, wow. We have the Johnson duo at corner. I didn't even realize that. 1 for Brisker, 1 for Petrie. Offensively, we ended up being 17th. And then defensively, we got a back up to 2nd. So, the defense is there. The offense just needs to improve. MVP goes to Patrick Mahomes. Lamar Jackson's up there too. Jalen Hurts at 4. NFC Offensive Player of the Year. Nobody's up there. Defensive Player of the Year. Walter Nolan at 8. Good for him. Offensive Rookie of the Year. Probably not going to see anybody. Oh yeah, we're not going to see anybody. We didn't draft anybody. Defensive or best QB. Justin Fields is at 7. Best running back. Donovan Edwards at 8. Wide receiver. Definitely not seeing anything. O-line. Bitonio at 5. D-line. Walter Nolan at 5. Did I see somebody higher than him? No. Linebacker, nothing. DB, Jalen Johnson at 3, and no Will Johnson. But we made the playoffs, man. Like, that's the thing. Like, I don't know if I want to re-sign Justin Fields to $40 million a year, but he's leading us to the playoffs again. So, I don't know. Let's take on the Eagles here. If we beat them, that's a really good sign for us. And we don't. Lose 28-24. Oh, man. This is going to be a tough offseason, chat. So, I'll see you guys there. Alright, so let's take a look, see if anybody got a dev trade upgrade. The Kansas City Chiefs got their revenge against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in the Super Bowl, 20-14. I mean, let's see if anything happened with the team. Anything good? Donovan Edwards, superstar? Come on. Any day now. No changes on the offense. DJ Moore is regressing. Joel Bitonio retired, so Cruz is just going to slide in, be our center now. Do we commit to Justin Fields? That's like the real question, and I don't know. Defensively, Walter Nolan is now superstar X Factor. That's great. Other than that, though, no changes. Yeah, nothing changed other than that, so I don't know, man. It's hard. It depends on how much money he wants. Because I could get a lot for Riley Leonard. I could definitely get like a first-round pick for Riley Leonard. So I'm not sure. Let's go to re-sign players here, and we'll see who's here. It's going to be Justin Fields. It's going to be some other players. We should have a lot of money still, so we'll see. All right, so we have Tremaine Edmonds. We have to accept the option on Ramadunze. Just going to get that out the way. Tyreek Stevenson's here. Justin Fields is here. Jared Verse. Not even to ask. Those two haven't even done anything crazy for us, so it's actually pretty interesting with how high we took them. Evan Neal's going to come back. I'll probably bring him back. And then everybody else can probably walk. I'll bring back Ryan Stonehouse, though. How much money? Ooh, we don't have a lot of money. I am going to bring back Tremaine Edmonds, if possible. For your deal? Great. He's back. Tyreek Stevenson I'd like to re-sign. He's so cheap. Give him this for 4 years. Evan Neal I'd also like to re-sign. You want to leave because you're a diva. We already know. And then Justin Fields wants so much money. I can't even afford him. I literally can't even afford him. So once again, we're going to franchise tag him. The thing is, I can't give away Justin Fields if he's leading us to a season when we go 12-5. Whether it's on the back of the defense or not, he's doing enough to get us to the playoffs, which to some extent I just kind of have to respect. So now we need guard, but we have a lot of picks in this draft, so I'm not super concerned. 73 million. Oh my god. We're not going to be able to duck this forever, and we're eventually going to have to say we're going to commit to something. Let's check out the mock draft, see where this pick ended up being that we traded for. So we have pick 8 in this draft. That's from the pick that we traded for, from the Rams. That's not our pick. And then our pick is at 23. Okay. Are there any, generational quarterbacks in this draft? Doesn't look like it. And to be honest, it doesn't look like there's any crazy players in this draft. Greg Brockers might be pretty decent. I would need to know what his power moves are. I'm hoping A. Because I might just take him at 8. He looks really good. I mean, seeing a middle linebacker top 5 is very interesting. It's not every day you see that. He's a crazy athlete, though. So I can believe it. Yeah, this doesn't look like a great draft class. At least from the first round. There can always be guys down the board that look better. Yeah, this is very interesting. I haven't seen a draft class that just looks kind of in a while. Alright, so yeah, we're going to look not in free agency. We're just really going to start looking at the draft. I'm going to look through the prospects, see if I like anybody, and I'll see you guys at the draft. Alright, so we're here at the draft. If we weren't in Cap Hill, I would just trade these picks because nobody looks crazy. I have a couple of players that looks solid, but I don't see anybody that I'm going to want. So I'm going to trade down at pick 8. I'm not even really worried about who's there. I don't want to take anybody. So I think I'm just going to take this Rams offer. I have another first-round pick, so we are just going to go to pick 23. I'm not going to overdraft. I just don't have anybody on my board that I'm like, I need this player. So there are a couple of guys later that I think could be good, but in terms of who's here, Oh, the safety I wanted was gone. Dalton Hawkinson looks really good for a guard, and I need one, so he might be the first player I take. And he is going to be, so I'm just going to take him here at pick 23. Dalton Hawkinson, 97 strength, hidden development. Great. So we also have pick 8 in the second round. And I think I'm going to take the corner that was like last on my draft board, if he's here. He is. Randy Turner. He looks solid. B zone, B press. Could possibly have A catching, A man. Great athlete. I'm going to take him. Randy Turner, great athlete. Hidden dev. Happy with that. And then we also have pick 13. So that's also very good. And pick 23. Jeez, I have a lot of seconds. I didn't even know that. Javon Peppers, maybe? It's him or it's Randy Wilson. I'm going to take Javon Peppers because he was supposed to go earlier. Normal dev. He's also very strong when I was looking at him. 93 strength. And I think I'm going to take one of those linebackers with the next pick because I really don't want to miss out on them. I'm fine with missing out the defensive end, honestly. Yeah, I want one of these linebackers. So the first one I'm going to take is going to be Devin Matthews here out of South Carolina. Very good athlete, elite speed, A tackle, B block shedding. He looks really good. 86 speed is elite speed, really? I guess for an outside linebacker, maybe. Hidden dev, though, that's what matters most. And then the third round, which I think I have multiple thirds as well. Could be wrong. I do. Pick 23. So this pick, I'm going to take... Oh, they're both still. That's great. Let's take Anthony Andrade first. Yeah. 91 speed, but normal dev. Not great. And then with the last pick, we'll take Dom Florence. And then that will just be our draft. So yeah, we got a Hulk for pick 8, and then we just... Oh, well, he's gone. Any of these guys look good? You know what I might take here? I might take a punter. Because I forgot to add him, but Chris Killian? He looks good. I usually don't scout punters, but I did because I couldn't sign one, and I don't know if I can trust the CPU with that. But I couldn't sign one because I didn't have a cap. Do we take a punter in the third round just for the memes? Probably not. He has elite kick power as well. So I am going to trade down from here probably. And we'll just grab him in like... Oh, we've picked 27 too. That's funny. If I get a second, we'll just go with that. Alright, so once again, the Rams are our best friends. They're giving us a 3 and a 4 next year. Couldn't get a second, so we're just going to go with this. And I'm going to trade the next pick as well. I'm going to trade this 4th rounder for a 2028 third from the Tennessee Titans. So Gillen has 99 kick power and hidden development. Is this a generational punter? I'll see you guys at the end of the draft. That's actually kind of funny. Alright, so we actually had a great draft. Hawkins is a 78. Randy Turner's a 78. Peppers is a 74. Matthews is a 75. Andrade is a 74. And Gillen's a 77. That's definitely generational for punters. But yeah, we had a great draft. I'm happy with this. So we added a lot more depth to this team. Some guys who could slide in for some of these older players that we're going to have to re-sign when we're going to be in cap hell. So let's go to the preseason here. And this is possibly Justin Fields' last year as a Chicago Bear. I'm kind of fed up with all the mediocrity, losing in the first round. We've built a good team around him. Let's get all the starters in here. We've built a good team around him. I just need him to perform now. Like, now it's not even a question of just like, oh, is the team good enough? No, he just needs to perform. I kind of want to start Matthews over Sanborn, but maybe I'll hold off for this year. Oh man, where are we even going to put Turner? Because he's just kind of here now. I guess he can be the 4th corner. Hopefully he's not like superstar or anything, because that would be kind of upsetting. But and then Peppers is no development trait. I forgot about that. So Byron Murphy will just continue to start for us. Yeah, so I'm going to set the lineup, and I'll see you guys at the midseason mark. Alright, so at the midseason mark, we are once again 3-4. We just hate being good at like midway through the season. It's kind of funny at this point. In terms of stats, Justin Fields is playing bad. Yeah. 1,500 yards, 9 touchdowns with 6 interceptions. I did accidentally look at week 1 because I had to stop it so I could just make sure that the draft class was in. It's still auto-generated by having it so that the CPU can do all the scouting and stuff. So he had 3 interceptions in the first game. So technically, since then, he's had 6 touchdowns to 3 interceptions. But yeah, not a great year. Donovan Edwards is having an amazing year. 500 yards, 7 touchdowns. Receiving, Rome Odunze's possibly breaking out. 500 yards, 2 touchdowns in the first half of the year. Looks good. Blocking is incredible. Defensively, we look pretty solid, maybe. Tackles for loss looks pretty good. Sacks, 8 for Jared Verse in the first half. 4.5 for Sweat. 4 for Javon Peppers. 2 for Nolan. 2 picks as usual. Offensively, we're actually 6th. And then defensively, we're 11th. I'm just going to sim to the end of the year. I think we'll bounce back like we always have, and if we don't, say goodbye to Justin Fields. Actually, let's try and re-sign some people now and get these contracts out of the way so we don't have to worry about them later. Cole Kmet, back for 4 years. Welcome back. Donovan Edwards, you can have whatever you want. Welcome back. You're 90 overall. Montez Sweat, I'd like to bring back for at least 1 more year. Great, he's back. Darnell Wright is definitely our franchise right tackle. I can honestly... Yeah, we can do this. 4-year deal, Darnell Wright's back. Byron Murphy, we'll see. Tevin Jenkins, I definitely want back. 2-year deal on him. And then Quincy Williams can probably walk. Walter Nolan's going to have to get his option picked up, and so will Will Johnson. Byron Murphy. I guess this isn't horrible if you want to take this. Great, he's back. So yeah, we're going to have to franchise tag Justin Fields again if we're not interested in actually bringing him back, but I don't really want to put myself in that type of cap situation, so we're going to see. But I'll see you guys at the playoffs, and if we make them, great. If we don't, bye Justin Fields. What did I tell you guys? We just enjoy miraculously bouncing back. We go 11-6 to only 2 losses on the rest of the year. Let's take a look at the season stats. Justin Fields throws over 4,000 yards for the first time in his career. 26 touchdowns, 7 interceptions. 508 on the ground. He had a great year, man. Damn. He had a great year. Donovan Edwards, though, let's not overshadow this. Carried. 1,300 yards, 22 touchdowns, 4.3 per carry. I'm happy he's back. Rome Odunze finally breaks out. 1,200 yards, 7 touchdowns. DJ Moore, 902. 806 for Evan Stewart. 504 for Cole Kmet. Blocking-wise, still is amazing. Defensively, 144 tackles for Tremaine Edmonds. 14 TFLs for Walter Nolan. 15 sacks for Jared Verse. Both of our first-round rookies at the beginning of this video had breakout years. That's great. Javon Peppers put up really great stats for us, considering the fact that he's like the 3rd defensive tackle. Montez Sweat had a good year, and then Walter Nolan kind of took a step back, but I wonder if that's because he wasn't the rush D tackle. I think he was, but I don't know. Byron Murphy did not put up great stats. Probably shouldn't have re-signed him because we have Peppers just sitting there, so it's whatever. It's not a lot of money. Interceptions, 3 for Jalen Johnson, 2 for Brisker, 1 for Edmonds, 1 for Turner, 1 for Petrie. Yearly awards, offensively, we were 3rd. And then defensively, we were 5th. Top 5 team all around. MVP goes to Drake May. Justin Fields is up there at 7. NFC Offensive Player of the Year. Donovan Edwards is at 2nd. Justin Fields is at 5. Defensive Player of the Year. Jared Verse is at 7. Great for him. Offensive Rookie. Don't think we're going to see anyone. Defensive Rookie was Javon Peppers. Maybe start development for him. That'd be great. Best QB. Justin Fields at 5. Donovan Edwards won Best Running Back. Best receiver, we might actually see Roma Dunze. Yep, number 7. Offensive line, Tevin Jenkins at 2. We re-signed him. Hawkins as a rookie was at 5th. And Kreutz, his first year starting, at 10. Jared Verse was 2nd in defensive line voting. Linebackers, nothing. DBs, Jalen Johnson, no Jaquan Brisker. Listen, man, I might have to franchise tag Justin Fields again. I don't know. Let's beat the Vikings. If we lose to them, he's gone, right? We can't keep losing in the wild card. And we win. We're in the divisional here against the Atlanta Falcons. They went 13-4. I am going to jump into this game because Drake May scares me. So let's sim this game. Hopefully we can win. Can Justin Fields lead us to a Super Bowl in what I think is going to be the second to last year of this rebuild? Next year will be the last year. So, Falcons start off with a touchdown. That's the end of the quarter. Can we respond? And we do. Falcons don't get another one, but they do get a field goal. The offense does look a little bit slow. Oh, didn't need to do that. But it looks like we're going to get the ball here. And we're going to go not convert again. I'm going to jump in here. Let's get this offense going. Let's get a read option with Justin Fields, see how that looks. Oh yeah, go Justin. Oh, come on. Who is that? Is that Owusu Carmelo? Yeah, it is. I've gotten him a couple times now. Is progressive fatigue on? Why is Roman Wilson in the game? That's not good. Throw on the run to Donovan Edwards. Alright, 3rd down and 8. They have Jeremy Chin on this team as well. They keep telling me to go mesh spot, so I guess we'll do that. This is 4-down territory, so if we don't get this, I'm probably going to go for it. Underneath, wide open. Roma Dunze with the catch. He's still on his feet. Let's go, Rome. Let's hurry up. Let's keep them on their toes. Let's go play action double post here. I'm going to look for Cole Kmet. And if he's not open, then we'll go for the other dude. And he's wide open. Touchdown to a random tight end I don't know. I think his name is like Fedone or something like that. Thomas Fedone. Hell yeah. Let's get this moment. Nice. Offense scores. I'm bringing us back, boys. We're not going out like this. I'm going to give the ball to Donovan Edwards. We definitely want to waste some time. We don't want to score immediately. That is a great carry from Donovan Edwards, who has 2 touchdowns on the game. Only 10 carries, but he's played great. We definitely can't score too fast. We definitely want to chew some clock, take the lead with like a minute left, make them waste some timeouts. Justin Fields, man. He's not very elusive in the game. I've played with him a lot before I was like making YouTube videos on Madden. He is not very elusive in this game. Maybe it's because he doesn't have superstar abilities, but I don't know. Let's hit Edwards out of the backfield here. Gets a little 4 yards. 3rd down and 6. We definitely need to convert this. Let's go play action double post. Cole Kmet could get open. Evan Stewart could get open. Snap it and see how it goes. Oh no, we're sacked. They are recommending that we punt. Just hold them defense. They hold them to a field goal. We're still in it. Alright. Now this is really going to test me. There's 2 timeouts and the 2-minute warning, so that's good. Let's try and get a big play here. If I can get Cole Kmet open, that would be great. Catch that Kmet, and he just doesn't even let go for it. Still have the 2-minute warning, though. That's good. So let's get a screen here to Donovan Edwards and we'll just go into the 2-minute warning. Just pick up some yards. Alright. Is this going to be a holding call? Oh my god, it's going to come back. Oh! Oh, nice. That's great. Give me that extra 15. On to Vondre Sweat, who we got in the Patriots rebuild. Alright, let's try and get this to Cole Kmet here. No one out. Oh, he's wide open. Kmet! Nice, go down. We definitely don't want to go too early. He did not get out of bounds, so I don't know what that is. Okay, yeah. The clock just stopped momentarily, so that was weird. Donovan Edwards. Nothing there. We're definitely going to try and waste some time here before we get the score. I want it to be at least like at 30 seconds before we actually go for it. Alright, I'm going to snap it now. I'm going to run this with Fields. Tackle him. Oh, alright, so you get first and goal. You do get out of bounds. I did want the clock to keep running, but I think I am comfortable with scoring now. Touchdown, Evan Stewart! Let's go! That was such a risky throw. Alright. I'm playing the rest of this game. Okay, I'll skip this. Alright. Let's hold whoever their quarterback is. I have no idea who this is. Let's hold them. Can't let them score. We're sitting in zone. I mean, you guys can do that. Okay. But we don't want Kyle Pitts picking up that many yards. Let's definitely give a cushion here. It's Drake May. I forgot about that. I'm holding Bijan down. Nice. Make him throw it away. That's fine. Drake May's having a great game, by the way. So they need to get to the 40 before they're actually in field goal range, and they're currently at their own 40. What the hell? Okay. Terrible throw. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. I gotta call timeout. I did not mean to do that. I hit the wrong play. I definitely did not mean to call a double safety blitz. That was a horrible idea. Let me give a cushion here. Like, I'm not worried about anything underneath. You can go underneath if you want to. Run the ball, please. Leveled out. They have one more timeout left, so they're going to have one more play, and they're going to be able to call a field goal. Stop them from getting this first down, and we're good. And he's sending it deep! Will Johnson stops it! Let's go! They have to Hail Mary this, or go for the field goal, but they can't do any of that. Will Johnson with the knockdown. Let's go. Everybody play back. Don't even worry about it. They're going to throw it up. Everybody just get back. Nice! And we win. We're moving on to the conference championship. What a close game. Justin Fields played well enough. Donovan Edwards played great. The defense was also pretty solid. Man, that's a close one. And we are playing Dallas in the conference championship. I have no choice but to jump in because we will lose. We will lose. Dallas always wins in Sim. I'm surprised they haven't made it many times this Sim, but they always make it. Alright, so let's jump in here. Alright, let's see how this game goes. Let's go. Dallas starts off with a field goal. Offense doesn't do anything. That's the end of the first quarter. Dallas gets a safety, and we finally score a touchdown. Very slow game so far. 14-5 us. And we score again there. No extra point. It's such a weird game. 20-5. Dallas finally scores a touchdown. Score again. Whoa, 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 whoa. I'm jumping in here because what is happening? They can score a field goal and I'll be okay with that, but like... Oh my god, bro. Just let them score. Just let them score. Just let them score. What in the world? Let them score. Let them score. Let them score. Let them score. Walk in. That's fine. Alright. Justin Fields has a very hard job now. We have to score a touchdown. We have no timeouts. I'm going to hope that they press. This actually isn't horrible coverage for us. Oh no. Michael Parsons. No timeouts, that's game over. Can't do anything about that. Roma Dunze, I need you to burn. I'm throwing this up to DJ. DJ Moore. DJ Moore! He caught it! Oh, but it's too late. And we're going to lose 25-20 in the worst way possible. The defense just folded at the end. What do we do with Justin Fields, chat? I've put my faith in him so far. And he's brought us all the way to the conference championship now. He had the best year of his career. We had the most success that we've had. In the final year of this rebuild... Actually, this isn't the final year. This isn't the final year. 2029 is the final year, I think. Is it? Am I lying? Let's check. How long have our rookies been in the league for? Because they haven't had to get extensions yet, which is actually the sign of when we need to. What year is Roma Dunze in? This is year 3. So yeah, we have 2 more years left. It's next year and the year after, I think. What do we do? Riley Leonard has been in the league now for 2 years. I mean, he looks good, but he's not crazy good. Do we trade him? Justin Fields is 28, so he's going to be in his prime now. It's a 90 overall because of morale. I don't know, man. It's a debate. It's really a debate for sure. Because at some point we're going to have to get off of him. Like, we have to commit when we can't keep doing this franchise tag thing. He's going to ask for too much money. And we're at the point where $40 million is actually not that bad for him. It's going to have to be next offseason because we can't afford to do that now. After re-signing everyone, we can't afford to re-sign him now. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. Javon Peppers. All the way up to superstar development after that year. Insane. Defensive Rookie of the Year got him superstar. Wait, how did he get star is my question. Wasn't he normal? He just jumped all the way up to superstar after Defensive Rookie of the Year. I mean, that's great. I just wish I didn't re-sign Byron Murphy, but hey. That's fine. Javon Peppers is basically like a late gem for it. Well, not really a late gem. I think we took him in the 2nd round, actually. But he'll start next year as superstar dev. That's great. Other than that, nothing. I mean, if Justin Fields went to superstar, then it's a question. Oh, man, this is so hard. He's still star. Donovan Edwards goes up to superstar. That's great. He's a 92 overall. Defensively, Peppers is now superstar. What about the other rookies we drafted? Turner's an X factor, bro. Oh my gosh. Turner's literally an X factor. Like, we have so many corners. Tyreek Stevenson's probably gonna get moved. Matthews was star. So he'll just be the new right outside linebacker. Andrade, if needs to take over for Sanborn, he will in the future. I mean, this team is so good. Verse didn't go up, which is surprising. This team is so good, though. Man, I don't know. Let's make sure none of our staff got poached, because that would be extremely unfortunate this late, but we're still good. I'm going to keep Scott Anderson, even though he's a 3-4 guy. Our defense has been on top ever since we hired him, so. Let's go to re-signing players. It's really just Justin Fields, since we basically got everybody at midseason, so. Yeah, we're going to have to figure out what to do with him. I don't know if I'm going to restructure contracts and try and get him back, or what the case with that will be. Oh, we have to get... Oh, these are just fifth-year options. It's fine. Great. Justin Fields. We can't afford him. Alright. So we're gonna try and restructure some contracts. I'm not gonna be able to bring him back, but just at least so I can have a chance to even franchise tag him, because apparently right now I can't even do that. So let's push a couple of these deals down the road. DJ Moore, you're probably going to be one of them. Great. Yeah, I'll see you guys when I get all this figured out. Alright, so after a lot of pain and suffering, I'm finally able to franchise tag Justin Fields. Everybody else is going to walk. That's fine. Jeez. Alright. So we're going to go to the draft. Again, I can't afford to do anything. So that's where we're at. I'm not really interested in drafting. Like, I'm in a weird situation where I have no money. And I can't make a big move because we're stuck in cap hell because of Justin Fields. But I don't want picks because we're, like, trying to win. So we're just, like, stuck in purgatory of we have no money. we have no money. And we have so many draft assets that I don't need. Because I don't need rookies. Like, yeah, I don't know. Let's start the draft. I'm just going to take whoever the best player available is. Or I pick 23. Go for it. Best player available. I'm hoping there's a receiver here, because DJ Moore is kind of getting up there in age. So if there's a receiver, that's good. I'm just going to take him. Wow, that's taking a while. I'm going to take Al Higgins. He looks fine. Decent athlete. Great catching, though, which could be good. I don't know. We'll take him. Normal dev. That's fine. With this pick, I'm going to take Cliff Bowen, I think, out of Ole Miss. He looks pretty solid for strong safety. We might need one in the future, with Jaquan Brisker getting up there in age. Could also be a linebacker, maybe. With this pick, I'm going to take another lineman. We're going to take Rob Boyer here. Looks pretty solid. He could replace Tevin Jenkins, who he did re-sign, but he's also old, so I have no idea. Figure it out. I'm going to take Danny Bennett here. He's pretty solid top 3 skills. Great athlete. Let's see if he's decent. Alright, I'm going to skim him to the end of the draft. In some, I don't know how, Al Higgins is 79. I don't get it. What is he? Great acceleration, great spectacular catch, great jumping, great catching. He's good with the ball in his hands, I guess. Sure. I wouldn't have guessed that he would have been that high. Cliff Bowen looks great, though. I thought he would be good. Yeah, he could definitely be a linebacker, too, which is really good. So, yeah. Those are the top 2 guys. The third guy we took was a 72. Danny Bennett was a 75. I didn't think he would be that high either, but pretty decent. Great tackling. He's definitely just a linebacker. And the CPU took Eric Vasquez, 73 overall right guard, also hidden dev. Great. Alright, so this is what the team's going to look like going into the second to final year. It's pretty much all the same in terms of starters. Preppers is going to be the second D tackle now. We have a lot more depth on the team. Matthews will start at right outside linebacker. At corner, Turner's going to be the third cornerback. Can't believe we drafted an X-Factor cornerback, and he's not even a start for this team. It's crazy. And then, oh, the punter was superstar. We don't have a kicker, but the CPU will handle that. But the punter was superstar. Great. And then this is what the sub packages will look like. Did I not take what? I swear I just put Roma Dunze in the slot. How did it change? I literally just put him in the slot. How did that even happen? You're in the slot now. Rome Odunze's back in the slot. I'm going to see you guys at the midseason mark. Let's hope that we're doing good. Alright, at the midseason mark, we're 4-3, so is half of our division. So, playing pretty well. Let's take a look at the stats. Justin Fields is having a great start to the season. 1,800 yards, 17 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. I'm probably just going to re-sign him, man. Rushing, Donovan Edwards taking a little bit of a step back in terms of touchdowns, but he's still pretty dominant. Rome Odunze is having a great year, 600 yards, 7 touchdowns. Evan Stewart's looking good. DJ Moore's pretty solid. Blocking, still pretty solid as always. Defensively, TFL's Javon Peppers, sacks, Peppers, and Verse are tied. And still only 2 interceptions. Offensively, we're second. And defensively, we're 7th. Let's just go to the playoffs. Can we finally win something, please? Actually, no. Wait, before we do that, I am going to resign Justin Fields. This is the year we've been waiting for him to have. How much money do we have? Not a lot, dude. Oh, boy. Oh, and we have a lot of people to resign. Jaquan Brisker is going to have to walk because of the safety we just drafted. Evan Stewart's going to have to walk. Singleton, that's fine. Riley Leonard, I can't really move on from. We just drafted a center, so recruits will probably have to walk. Petrie, I kind of need to resign. Oh my gosh, half of the team is here. And these two are going to take up, like, all the money. Let's get Rome Odunze back on a 3-year deal. Let's get Jared Verse back on a 3-year deal. Justin Fields would literally take the rest of the money to sign, but he only wants 30 mil. Okay. Jaquan Brisker can walk, Evan Stewart can walk, Singleton can walk, Leonard can walk. Croots, I'd like to bring... Actually, no, Croots can walk. Petrie... I can't do it, man. I can't do it. Sweat would have to walk, too. Braxton Jones needs to come back. Like... Oh, it's so annoying, man. Do I just tag Fields for another year? Like, I don't want to do that. Actually, wait. Let me look this up. What is the maximum amount of times you can tag a player? In the NFL, you can tag a player 3 times. So that means I have to bring back Justin Fields. It's not even a choice. I'm going to give him a 3-year deal and hope that he takes this. He needs a bigger offer. We don't have money, idiot. Oh, man. I can't tag him. That's the thing. I could tag Braxton Jones or Montez Sweat. That's the good news. Is I can tag one of these two. Petrie, it's going to suck, but we're going to have to let him walk. Oh, that's so annoying. I wonder if I can just move these guys. I don't know if I have money to do it, though. At least just get some value for them. I don't think I have, like, any cap space. Yeah, we don't. So, we're just going to go to the playoffs, and we will handle this in the offseason. So, sucks, but we'll deal with it. Alright, so we make the playoffs here at 10-7. Probably one of our worst years, actually. But, in terms of overall stats, Justin Fields was amazing. 3,800 yards, 41 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. This is prime Justin Fields that we're seeing. 1,408 for Donovan Edwards, 504 for Justin Fields. So he ended up with over 4,000 total yards and 50 or 45 touchdowns. MVP? Come on. Rome Odunze, 1,400 yards, 18 touchdowns. He's amazing. Evan Stewart had 708. DJ Moore's really taking a step back now. 606 for him. Komet, 506. In terms of blocking, I'm assuming it's been solid like always. Braxton Jones a little bit high. Not a lot of tackles, but a lot of tackles for us. 18 and 5 for Peppers. 15 and 7.5 for Verse. 13 and 9.5 for Nolan. 13 and 5 for Montez Sweat. And then for picks, Will Johnson had 4, 2 for Petrie, 1 for Randy Turner. Offensively, we were 6th, and defensively, we were 2nd. We're great. Justin Fields gets snubbed for MVP. I don't care. He deserves it. Lamar Jackson won it with having a very similar year. Actually, Lamar Jackson's better as a runner. So maybe. I don't know. NFC Offensive Player of the Year. It's Brandon Ayuk. Rome Odunze at 2. Justin Fields at 5. Defensive Player of the Year. Nothing. Offensive Rookie of the Year. We're not going to see anything. Defensive Rookie of the Year. Don't see anything. Justin Fields does win Best Quarterback. Best Running Back. Edwards at 4. Wide Receiver Odunze at 2. O-Line. Nothing. D-Line. Walter Nolan at 10. Linebacker. Nothing. Oh, and DB. Forgot to check that. Oops, not weekly. And for Best DB, it was Will Johnson at 3, but it went to Devon Witherspoon. Listen, man, I'm sick of losing. If we go to this offseason and we're still not doing well, man, I don't know. We're just stuck in purgatory. So, let's sim this game against the 49ers. They're 10-7 as well. We're a better team than them. Come on. We won 34-18. Let's beat the Falcons, who are definitely better than us, but we have heart. And we lose by 1. Oh, no. To another offseason we go. And this is the final year of the rebuild. 2029, and we're going to be losing a lot of talent, man. A lot of talent's going to be gone. Justin Fields probably went to superstar. Finally did. Good for him. He's 30 years old in this prime now. He finally figured it out. I don't know, man. I don't know. He's going to come back. Oh, wait, that's bad. That's horrible. He's going to want more money. He's going to ask for more money. Falcons win the Super Bowl 48-42 against the Steelers. Justin Fields is going to ask for more money. That makes things very difficult. I mean, it depends on how much more, but that's usually what happens with players who get their development trade upgraded, is that they want more money. Do I trade up for Matt Baldwin, this quarterback, for the final year? So I can bring back the rest of the team? Or do I re-sign like Riley Leonard and just go with that? I mean, Justin Fields had the best year of his career. I literally cannot let him go. I can't do it. But at the same time, like, I have to bring him back. We have a little bit more wiggle room now, actually. Will he take this? And he's going to go to free agency, and I don't think I can tag him. I can! It's going to let me tag him. Okay, that changes things. So in real life, you can max tag somebody 3 times, but I guess in the game, it's not that. Let me get Montez Sweat back. Oh, I can't afford Montez Sweat. He wants so much money. Okay, let me get Braxton Jones back. That's your deal. Great, Braxton Jones is back. That definitely helps. Everybody else is going to have to walk, I think. I can't keep tagging Justin Fields, bro. But I can't afford Riley Leonard either. So it sucks, but I think I have to tag Justin Fields for another year. It really does suck, but we're going to have to. I don't know who I'm going to have to trade up for in the draft, but we're going to need to make a move so we can get another edge rusher. But we're going to see what we can do, and I'll see you guys at the draft. Alright, so before we go into the draft, just to talk about this, Justin Fields, we said superstar. Dunze went up to superstar, which is great. Defensively... Oh, did you lose your dev trait? Because I know we had somebody here who had star, but I guess maybe he lost his. Tyreek Stevenson's going to play free safety for us next year. That's kind of just what has to happen. He's a zone player anyways. This is fine. But yeah. I guess it's good that we kept 4 corners throughout the entire rebuild, basically. So yeah, Tyreek Stevenson will now play free safety. And then I think the rest of the team is fine. We just need a left end. I'm going to look to draft one. I'm probably going to try and move up in the draft. We have a lot of draft capital. We're going to make a big move to try and get this edge rusher who actually looks really good. But yeah, I'll see you guys at the draft. Alright, I'm trading the rest of my draft forever for the number 1 overall pick. We have to do this. I need to get this player. He looks insane, by the way. I don't think I favored him either. Maybe I didn't have to move up. He's kind of far down the board, but I did it just in case he moved up. Jawan Franklin. A power moves, B tackle. He's a great athlete. We're taking him. Hidden dev, he looks great. Out of Penn State. Let's go to the end of the draft. Let's go into the final year. Let's finish this rebuild. Let's win a Super Bowl. Please. Alright, just going over the team one last time. This is what it's going to look like. Nothing really changed. Yeah, he's an AD overall. I didn't go over it in rookies because he was the only one who was notable. Every other position on the team looks great. We have 2 X Factor corners now. Will Johnson is now X Factor. I didn't see he went up. I mean, come on. We have to do it this year. We have to. The team is still good too. That's like the worst spot. Is like the team is still good. Yeah, this is what the team's gonna look like, and I will just see you guys at the midseason mark. Matter of fact, no, not even the midseason mark. I'm gonna see you guys at the playoffs, bro. We're not doing this today. And in the final year of the rebuild, we completely miss the playoffs. Wow. Well, let's just take a look at the stats, but man, the first rebuild that I guess we'll call a real fail. Justin Fields was still fine. Only 4 interceptions, but did not have the crazy year he did last year. But he was good on the ground. Edwards was still good. No crazy receivers. Defensively, I mean, we still look good. 20 TFLs from Franklin, 8 sacks, 11 sacks reverse. Nolan and Pepper still did their thing. Picks were fine. Offensively, we were top 10. Defensively, we were 22nd, the worst year our defense has had. Wow. Well, we'll call that rebuild a fail, guys. I mean, we can't really do much. We're not going to have any cap room, so I can't really see how I can make this team better. So I'm going to call it there. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully the next rebuild goes better. But hey, you win some, you lose some. I'm at what? We'll call it 2-1 rebuilds. I'll call the last one a success because we were right there and we got it in the 6th year. So, but yeah. Remember, if you guys made it this far, leave a like and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.